It is the herd hierarchy. It's one of our last ones of the year, maybe second to last. 10 best teams in the NFL as of this morning.
Herd hierarchy.
Time is now. Let's go.
The top 10 NFL teams according to Colin. Number 10.
The New England Patriots. Listen, they give you 18 points a game. Their defense and their coaching keeps you in every game. But Mac Jones, over his last 5 starts, is 2-3. He's completing about 60% of his throws. Nothing downfield with a 79 passer rating. You have seen the ceiling. Now, I think he can get better, but this is what he is. And they don't draft wide receiving talent particularly well. They need teams to make mistakes. In the games in which they have multiple takeaways, they win almost all of them. If they don't have the dynamic offense to overcome it. So it's real simple. If they can force the Bills into 2 turnovers, they got a shot to win. If Buffalo doesn't turn over, there's a chance they blow out New England. Patriots 10.
Number 9.
Bengals, a big play offense. I think it's one of the weaker, if not the weakest roster in the NFL playoffs. Doesn't mean they can't win a home game against the Raiders. Again, they are 10-2 when they don't give the ball away. The truth is, though, they give the ball away a lot because it's a big play offense and they throw it down the field. They have 21 big play touchdowns this year. Nobody in the league has more than 17. So they had the Green Bay Packers beat. They beat up on some really good teams this year, but they tend to make mistakes because it's a bad offensive line, and Joe Burrow is never going to dump it low. He's going to go over the top. It's a lot of Justin Herbert. You're going to throw a few more picks, but I got him at 9.
Number 8.
Cowboys. Listen, they dominate their division, then they're 6-5 against everybody else. I do like this, though. I think, and this has been my constant sort of chorus on the Cowboys all year. They lead the NFL in picks and takeaways. They got playmakers on both sides, and you've got a fighter's chance to win any game. Any game at Lambeau, at Arrowhead, if you have corners that can score touchdowns and Micah Parsons. So they've drafted well, they've got playmakers. But I do think quarterback play and coaching matters a lot in situational playoff football, and I think they're kind of closer to B to B plus there. So I have Dallas at number 8.
Number 7.
Rams at 7. It's a very good football team. Make too many mistakes sometimes early in the game with Matt Stafford, but Cam Akers returning is a big deal. Again, like Dallas, playmakers. Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald, Cooper Kupp, Matt Stafford, now Cam Akers. So I think they got a better coach than Dallas and a better quarterback than Dallas. So that's why I put them one spot ahead. I think they're very much like Dallas, that they've got playmakers on both sides. A little concerned. Dak doesn't throw the picks like Matt Stafford. They tend to be high ceiling, low floor for halves.
Number 6.
Niners. How do I not put the Niners ahead of them? They've won their last 6 straight. Jimmy G 6-0 against the Rams. I have to put them ahead of them. And they've in the last 4 games, 3 times they've rushed for 150-plus yards. And what's that mean? Well, the Niners have not lost a game this year when Jimmy Garoppolo doesn't throw a pick. And Jimmy doesn't throw a pick if you can throw him 32 times a game on play action when the running game is rolling. And right now they're healthy and it's rolling. This is a team I would want no part of. And I put them ahead of Dallas, so I think they're going to beat Dallas first round of the playoffs.
Number 5.
Buffalo, number 1 scoring defense. It's an aggressive team on offense. It's an aggressive team on defense. I've compared it to Mike Tyson. Didn't have the best jab, didn't know how to protect himself. You better be prepared because they are aggressive on both sides of the ball. I love Josh Allen. Yep, he makes too many mistakes. He's got 15 picks. Only Trevor Lawrence and Matt Stafford have more. But I think this is the kind of team that they're hard to predict. I mean, they lost to the Jags. They struggle with the Jets. Why? There's so much they do off script offensively. So much is Josh Allen just making stuff go. That's why they can beat anybody and lose to anybody.
Number 4.
The Titans. 6-2 against playoff teams and 6-3 without Derrick Henry. And here's the key, though. Since Derrick Henry has been gone, Ryan Tannehill struggled initially, but he's got his feet under him in his last 3 games. So Tannehill in his last 3 games, 73% completion percentage, 7 TDs, no picks. So listen, he's not a quarterback that's going to carry you. He needs a guy. But at least now the ship is steady. When Derrick Henry comes back, this team is built to beat every team in the league. Not saying they will, but they will own the clock, play tough defense. They get a pass rush, bring in only 4. They can disrupt your offense. Go ask the Rams. Love the Titans.
Number 3.
Kansas City. They've won 9 of 10. They have the best third down offense in the league. I still think their offense feels a little uneven, but their scoring defense since week 6 is outstanding. Only gives up 17 a game. They should be favorites or co-favorites. They got playmakers. They got a great coach. They have a great quarterback. And even though I feel their offense is uneven, it is so lightning strike. It's so capable of still dropping 21 points in 3 drives that I think you have to put them in the top 3 in this league.
Number 2.
Tampa. I think they have a more consistent pass rush. It's also impossible to run on them, so you're forced to pass, and Brady's having another remarkable year. They also have a stat here that I pay attention to called sack differential. I'm sure many of you do, meaning they lead the NFL in sack differential, meaning Tom is usually comfortable and your quarterback's usually uncomfortable. That is a big deal to me. If you can go into an NFL game, win the turnover battle, and have the more comfortable quarterback, you'll win almost every Sunday.
Number 1.
Green Bay, 8-0 at home. They get a bye, home field advantage. There's nothing I look at this team and say, what's their hole? Little concerned, yards per play, run defense. You can run the football on them. They have had trouble putting average teams away. They had trouble putting Cleveland away at Lambeau with 4 picks. They had problems putting Chicago away at Lambeau. So I like them a lot. There's not a lot to not like, but I do think sometimes they don't quite have the knockout punch that a Tampa does, a Buffalo does, the Rams do, Kansas City does. They're just good and consistent and smart and well coached and beautifully quarterbacked. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.